everyone, this is Mrs. Ness. I'm your school librarian at West, and I'm here today to talk to you about Noodletools in context of academic honesty and plagiarism. So let's start navigating over to Class Link. I'm going to click on Class Link, and it's going to automatically log me in. And I'm going to click on Noodletools. Mine's going to go right in because I've done this a couple times, but yours might take you to a login screen. And if it does that, you're going to click on Sign In with Google and move forward from there. The first thing I want you to check while you're here is your name. Click up on your name and then go to My Profile and make sure that your school location is the correct school or location. That's really important because when you work with teachers in Noodletools, you want to make sure that you're in the same structure so that when they share assignments with you and you share assignments with them, they all link together. So I'm going to go ahead and save my profile because that's correct. On this main projects page, you'll see your projects here. I only have 2 because I cleaned mine up. If you have a lot of projects here, you might want to go to the module that is managing your accounts and devices. And there I have a video on how to clean up your Noodletools account. But for now, we're just going to do a general tour so you understand what's here for you. So this is, like I said, my projects page. I can click on my projects and I can rename them. I can change the style. I can change the level. I can delete or I can archive. I'm going to act like I'm doing a new project. So if I do a project title, example, and I'm going to do MLA, I'm going to do advanced, you'll know MLA AP or Chicago from your teacher. So if you're unclear what citation style you're using, just ask and they'll let you know. High school students, you're always going to stay in advanced. Go ahead, hit submit. And so this is my dashboard. You do not need to fill out everything in here, but you certainly should fill out some, and your teachers will require some. So make sure you know what your teacher wants you to do. Some teachers are going to ask you to start your paper, and that's going to dump you right into your Google account, and it's going to start a paper with the same title as your works cited work or bibliography work, and this will share it with your teacher as well if you've shared your project. Sharing your project comes down here. So I can share a project inbox. I'm going to start typing the name of the inbox my teacher has given me, and I'm going to make sure my name's correct, and then I'm going to click on Share Paper, and my teacher's going to have access to my works, to the work I do in Noodletools. Down here, Student Collaboration. If you're working with another student, click that button, and you can add them by their email address, their DASG email address. I'm going to go into my sources. So this is a blank source page. Because we're working and I want to show you what a filled out source page goes into, I'm going to go into one of my, I'm just going to convert this so that we stop getting this messaging. It might take a moment. And then you're going to see the sources. And here are, this is what a source page looks like. So you can see what books I've used, what websites I've used. You'll see databases as well. You can click on View Live Web Page or View Source, and it's going to take you directly to that source if it's an electronic source. Over here, options, I can edit the source, I can copy the source, delete it in text citation. I'm going to click on that right now and show you this, guys, because we're talking about academic honesty. And one of the things your teachers are wanting you to do is cite your sources, right, throughout a paper. So this specific paper is done in APA. And honestly, I'm not an expert in APA. I'm an expert in MLA. So I use this quite a bit. I can scroll down and I can see, oh, okay, so this is how I do an in-text citation if I have a work by multiple authors, if I'm referring to the source more than once, etc., etc., etc. These are really important to read, especially when you're finishing up a paper, to know that you're doing it correctly. Note that you can even customize your own example here. So let's say I finished that part and I want to start working on my note cards. I'm going to click on note cards. And this is your work table. So this over here gives you a view of the entire table. So if I clicked on new and I just do example card, I'm going to link it to a source. Direct quotation, this is where you want to copy and paste directly so that you can know this needs to be quoted. This is where you put things in your own words. And this is where I generally tell students to link their resources to their paper or to their thesis. This is important here, page number, if you're working within a book. So I'm just going to save and close, and you'll see that you'll see that the card ended up right here. You're going to move this card because sometimes these cards can pile on top of each other and it's hard to tell. Now note right there, that's where my card is on the table. If I would accidentally bump this, it looks like I've lost all my cards. All I need to do is make sure this square is nicely over the cards that I'm building with. Then I'm going to highlight this card and show you that I could change the color of the card. I like to color code my cards. I can give myself cues about where I'm at, and I can actually create my own tags. Then as I'm working on my paper, I can use this over here to start to build my outline. So I would go further than this, of course, but let's pretend that I'm finished and I want to use, I'm going to unhighlight that. So let's clear my highlight and then say this is my attention getter. I just drop it in here and I can organize my note cards that way. Notice how a check mark comes here, so I know I've used that note card. Then when I'm all ready, I can export the outline with note cards to Google Docs. And then I can move that into whatever function I want. So guys, this is what this basically does for you. It allows you to organize your thinking, your thoughts, while linking everything to sources so that you can keep track of what's your own thinking, what came from a source, and how do I cite it, and it's all right there. And we as teachers can help you through this process because we can see your work as you go, and we can help you fill in those holes. So if you have any questions on Noodletools at all, please don't hesitate to ask. Your librarian, your teachers, myself. Again, I'm Mrs. Nass. My email is m as in Michelle, nass@dasc.org, and I'm happy to help you whenever I can. Thank you so much, guys, and happy searching.